Now, Channel 8 Eyewitness Sports with Michael Berk.
If the world was awaiting this one, it's going to be on pins and needles for the rematch. Great action tonight from the MGM Grand for De La Hoya and Mayweather Jr. Oscar's WBC welterweight belt on the line. Tough to show you the great action due to those HBO restrictions. However, it appears as if Mayweather won this thing on punch percentage. He landed the higher percentage of punches, though it appeared in person that De La Hoya won at least 8 rounds, if not 9. Not that way, however, for two judges who have Mayweather winning on a split decision, as he claims a 6th championship in a 5th weight division. Hats off to Floyd. Can you say November rematch? I can. Chris Maathuis live at the MGM Grand. He listened in on the fighters' post-fight remarks, and he joins us now. Chris, take it away.
Well, thank you very much, Mike. You mentioned a split decision. This may be the first time in Floyd Mayweather's career that he has not won a unanimous decision by the judges. So tonight was a terrific night for the 16,000 who are here watching it inside the MGM Grand, and of course the many around town watching it on closed circuit. And they were hoping that perhaps as many as 2 million may have bought this on pay-per-view. So a huge, huge night for two great boxers, Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather. Following the fight, very late after the fight, was a press conference, and De La Hoya was asked if this is it for him. He says no, he'll have to think about it. But then Floyd Mayweather says he's retiring, but we've heard that before. And you know Floyd Mayweather likes the spotlight, so you know that he will be back in the ring at some point in time. He may even fight De La Hoya again. We'll have to see about a rematch. De La Hoya kind of hinted that he'd like to have a rematch. Floyd never did say that. What De La Hoya did say, though, was the jab kind of abandoned him tonight. It was not the night of the jab, which was very effective early on in the fight, but then he kind of went away from that and then losing the fight on a split decision. But it was kind of a terrific fight, one of those fights that you look at and you say, is it going to be dull? Is it going to be exciting? Many felt that it might be dull. They wanted to be kind of cautious perhaps in the ring and dance around. Well, it ended up being a pretty good fight. Went right down to 12 rounds. Final seconds, they were wailing back and forth. Floyd, De La Hoya talked about Floyd's speed, says he has terrific speed, gave a lot of credit to the fighter. Talented, says you can't say anything bad about De La Hoya. He says he respects the judges, De La Hoya said following the fight, and doesn't really feel like a loser. He says it was a great fight. You got to respect the judges. Mayweather said that he was not hurt in the fight, but we'll see what happens down the road for these two fighters. Mike, really, we were both here, saw a terrific fight, one that we thought might go Mayweather's way, and in fact it did tonight. Although some were saying that Floyd didn't do enough in the fight. You mentioned the percentages. De La Hoya landed a ton more, or threw a ton more, but it was Mayweather who landed the higher percentage of punches.
Chris, do you think that's where Mayweather won this fight? Because you and I were sitting there. Clearly, Oscar won 3 of the first 4 rounds, if not all 4, a few in the middle of the fight as well. But yet Mayweather gets the split decision. So obviously we were not alone in that thinking, and everyone sitting near us thought Oscar clearly was winning that fight. Was it a punch percentage thing? Is that where Mayweather won this thing?
Well, that's what it had to come down to, was a punch percentage. It was Oscar De La Hoya throughout the 12 rounds that really pressed the fight. That's why immediately after the fight, he felt that he had won the fight, because he was really the aggressor, the one pressing the fight and throwing much more punches. But it was Floyd Mayweather who landed those crisp shots that really kind of stunned De La Hoya a few rounds. Not really staggered him, but kind of stunned him. And De La Hoya did say that he felt the punches from Mayweather. So it probably was those percentages that got away from De La Hoya. But you know, I've been wrong once in a while in these fights, more than once, but I'll tell you what, this time I was way up because I had De La Hoya winning by a few rounds, and obviously that wasn't the case tonight.
Yeah, you and me both. I had it 116-112 De La Hoya. Thanks, Chris. I've got to run and get your Utah Jazz in here. Game 7 of an NBA playoff game tonight, and the only first-round series to go the distance. Rockets and Jazz in Houston. Home team 3-0 in this series, so this is critical for the Rockets to be at home. Down 3, Tracy McGrady taking over the game. The bucket and the foul ties it at 86. Later in the fourth quarter, tied at 91, Darren Williams to Mehmet Okur, the All-Star, bangs down a big 3. 103-99, Jazz advance to the conference semis. They'll host Golden State in games 1 and 2. How about that?
It's been a lot of fun this weekend for you.
It has indeed.
All right, that's it for us. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great Saturday.
Good night.